What's up, NASCAR Authentics fans? David Land here, bringing you another HD unboxing and review of NASCAR Authentics Wave 6 2014. Now, for some of you, this is very confusing as to why I'm doing 2014 cars after 2015 Wave 1 just came out in the stores. But we'll get into the situation that has come up with these cars and this lost wave, as I'm calling it, for NASCAR Authentics 2014 and what it means going down the line. Now, I've got to give some shout-outs right off the bat. People who helped me, first of all, find out that these cars existed and then helped me track them down. I found them at Meijer, but people are also finding them at Walmart stores now. So these people gave me shout-outs on social media, told me that these cars were available, helped me track them down, and gave me information as to what was available in the wave. So I'm going to give them a shout-out here on the video right now. On Instagram, and go follow these guys, by the way, because if they help me out, they can definitely help you out. On Instagram, Johnny_baseball_02. He was the first guy to let me know about this wave, so I'll give him the first shout-out. And then over on Twitter, Logano22 and NASCAR fan 88_54. Those three people, now there were others, but these three people were the quickest. They told me weeks in advance of other people finding these cars, so I gave them the shout-outs. Actually, and to segue onto that, I've been so impressed with the social media interaction I've been getting. There's been so much people wanting to talk to me about NASCAR Authentics, NASCAR racing on the social media recently. It's been really, really overwhelming. So I hope I've gotten back to everybody. And if I haven't, I'll probably get back to you at some point. But boy, just a avalanche of stuff on social media. So, and speaking of social media, go ahead and give me a follow as well. And like I said, I'm a little bit easier to interact on there versus YouTube, because YouTube, the comment system, like I've said before numerous times, is not very good. So if you can see on the screen there, if you've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, hit me up on there, and I'll probably be able to get back to you a lot easier than that. And just a little challenge today. I always say like the video, subscribe, and all that stuff. I want to see how many likes this video can get. In fact, I've got a goal of 100 likes on this video. And I think you guys can do it because there's been 2,500 people that watched the last NASCAR Authentics review that I uploaded 2 weeks ago. So just smack that like button right down there. Maybe I'll put a green arrow. And let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I just want to see if you guys are appreciating the service, and the likes helped me out a lot to know how many people are really interacting with the video and liking the content. So, without any further ado, let's cue the intro, and then we'll open up these cars and review them. So in the intro, I referred to these cars as the Lost Wave of 2014, otherwise known as Wave 6. As you can see, I've put 3 other cars out front here. These cars are also included in this wave. So if you see the 43, 88, or 3 coming back on your shelves, it may mean that your stores are getting Wave 6 of 2014. There's not anything too notable about these cars in particular, except for the fact that Eric Almirola has a card variation. You can see this is from the one, this box is from the one I reviewed earlier last year, and over here is a picture of the card variation that shipped out in 2014 Wave 6. Aside from that, the Dale Jr. and the Austin Dillon, completely unchanged. And you may be wondering why they repacked these cars, and I can explain that. The 3 most famous numbers in NASCAR at the moment, I would say, are 43, 88, and 3. Those are the numbers that the casual people will know the most. This wave was intended as a Christmas wave, and it didn't get to stores for Christmas. Why? because there are some dock strikes in California. And if you know anything about toy cars or die-cast or action figures or what have you, products like that are manufactured in China. And when they ship them over from China to be shipped all over the U.S., they come in through California because California is the closest to China in the United States, aside from like Hawaii. But that wouldn't be very convenient either to ship cars and product to the United States. So in the continental United States, California is closest to China. So most of the industry comes through there. Well, there was a strike on the docks. The people who unload the big old cargo ships, they were unhappy with something. So they were striking through almost the entire Christmas season up through the beginning of this year. From what I understand, the dock strikes have actually kind of subsided at this point. That's why we're seeing these cars on shelves now. But that's the reason that this wave got delayed. So don't think that this is like some exclusive wave to Meijer or select Walmarts. These cars will get out. So be patient. You will find them. Because they were likely shipped, if not in greater quantities, because Spin Master was expecting this to be a Christmas wave. They were shipped in the same quantities that every other wave has been shipped in. So I would not worry about not being able to find these cars. I mean, just be patient. Don't pay big eBay prices because you will find them eventually. So yeah, I'm excited about this wave. When I saw it. A lot of great cars. The 22 I'm very excited about. The 10 I think is just fantastic. The 48, I had a terrible time trying to find that. The 14, we'll get to that because that's kind of a strange choice by Spin Master, but we'll get to it. So let's change the camera angle and we'll do a close-up review now. Well, there's no better way to start off this review than with the Daytona 500 winner in the unfortunately named Future Stars segment. This guy, I mean, he's a current star now, so I would say that this will probably be the last Future Stars Joey Logano we get. AAA Insurance 22 Penske Racing Ford Joey Logano. So this is exciting. A car that's been hotly anticipated. Lots of people saying, oh, we want this car, we want this car, we want this car. Apparently there's two variations of this car, by the way, out. One is the Southern California version, which is supposed to come, or not supposed to, but was seen as a Memorable Moments 2-pack with Kyle Busch Interstate Batteries. We don't know if that's actually going to ever show up. I personally believe that we will not see any more Memorable Moments. I don't think they did very well at retail because Spin Master did not, in my opinion, did not do a very good job choosing the first wave for Memorable Moments. The Daytona 500 of 2013 was pretty uninspiring in terms of die casts that they could have made out of it, so unfortunately I think that's gone away. So here's the box. Looks great. All these Penske cars just look fantastic. I love the Fords. I love how they look. And this is no exception. Wow. Wow, I mean, this is just a beautiful piece. I can see why people were so excited about it. Man, I really wish, I hate to always bring up IndyCar, but I'm sure Robbie Noonan will appreciate it. I wish Elio's AAA car looked half as good as this. I mean, this is a fantastic paint scheme. I love the red, the white, and the blue. The 22, the Pennzoil, you know, I mean, the red rims just look fantastic, and this die-cast is exceptional. Exceptional quality, I have to say. Man, I mean, not an error on it. I mean, the decals are absolutely crystal clear. Just fantastic. And as you can see, this is actually my favorite paint scheme in all of NASCAR. Next to it, of course, won the Daytona 500, so I would assume we'll get a Spin Master of it at some point. Again, the Pennzoil car. But man, Joey Logano has got some fantastic paint schemes. Just fantastic. I'm a big fan of this, and I can understand why people have been blowing my my feeds up every time I do a Spin Master review or post about Spin Master. Where's the Logano car? Is the Logano going to get released? Well, it's released, guys, and hopefully you guys will be able to find it, because this is a fantastic piece of diecast. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm in love. I'm in love. I understand. I understand why you guys like this so much. So, that's the first car. We'll put him in pit lane, and we'll move on to the next car in the wave. The Great Racers segment welcomes a familiar face and a very familiar paint scheme to NASCAR Authentics collectors. Actually, you guys are going to be shocked how similar this car is. The Great Racers segment, Tony Stewart, car number 14, Stewart Haas Racing. Here's the back of the box. Nothing too much to write home about. I don't think there's any copy-paste things. Apparently somebody let me know that there was some copy-paste going on with the Advocare 6 car. Apparently Spin Master just put like all the nationwide mumbo-jumbo on the back of their diecast, or for this year. So it's pretty much all the legalese from last year's Advocare Mustang. And I almost knocked over the boxes again with another Tony Stewart car. So here we go. Tony Stewart, Great Racers segment. I don't remember what the segment was for Tony's car in 2015, which of course is on the shelf at the same time as this Mobil 1 Tracker Boats car. So let's take a look at this one. Again, really great quality. The paint scheme, I mean, pretty much just fantastic in terms of quality. I'm really impressed with this wave. It's kind of sad that it hasn't gotten out in the numbers that, or I'm just ashamed that it didn't get out for Christmas. Spin Master doesn't have a lot of control about this, so don't blame Spin Master for this distribution problem, because this is down to a strike. All right, guys, so don't blame Spin Master. But here we go. The 2014 and 2015 cars, both released by Spin Master and both technically on the shelves at the same time. Remarkably similar. Remarkably similar. Now this is what you can blame Spin Master for, is putting out similar diecasts at roughly the same time. Now if everything had gone according to plan, these cars would have been out a lot further apart than they have been. But I mean, just very slight differences. I mean, aside from the blue versus kind of the red and black, virtually the same car. So, I mean, if you guys have got like really, if you are a big fan of this paint scheme and weren't a big fan of this paint scheme, I know subtle changes sometimes. People prefer one to the other, so you have an opportunity at both. So I guess that's kind of a nice thing. And if you're a Tony Stewart fan, you're going to buy them all anyway. So, I mean, so pick and choose. Not too big of a difference. But for you Tony Stewart fans and you people who really just like to catch them all, to use a Pokemon reference, that's a great car. So let's move on to the next one, and one of my personal favorites for this shortwave. So this is the second car in the test series, which I assume will be pretty short, seeing as there's no testing, I believe, this year at NASCAR. Danica Patick, who we haven't seen for a while in the NASCAR Authentics, the number 10 GoDaddy.com Chevrolet for Stewart Haas Racing. As you guys probably are aware, Stewart Haas Racing is one of Spin Master's favorites. They always seem to produce so many of these cars for this team. But boy, I'm excited for this one. When I saw this in stores, and there weren't a lot of pictures of this one, apparently they teased this car on the back of Danica's hauler, but I didn't have enough brains to look on the back of the haulers to see if they teased anything. So this is, when I saw this in the stores, it was the first time I had seen it, and boy, oh boy, I just am in love with this paint scheme. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me, maybe this is too old of a reference, but it reminds me of those old Dart Tag Nerf guns. The colors, the orange and the green with the gray. It reminds me so much of those old Nerf guns. So, kind of a strange reference if you guys weren't into Nerf or aren't into Nerf or whatever, but I've been to a few Nerf wars in my day, so that's what it kind of reminds me of, and I think it looks fantastic. Of course, there's been one other test car released, Dale Jr. I've got it there. We'll compare them in a moment. There's the box. Nothing too big to write home about, but let's take a look at this car. It's flat gray, not flat black, but it kind of looks like oh, what is that? Like what you put on like Bear Bond, maybe? Oh, I can't remember. When you like are painting a car, that's kind of what the base looks like before you put any coating on it. So the GoDaddy, I love that. I don't. Here's the thing about test cars, especially when Fox Sports 1 was covering testing, or when maybe it was Speed Channel at that point. I can't remember. But when they were covering testing, I don't know why they just didn't deck them out in full liveries. Instead of doing this test scheme thing. I guess Spin Master can sell diecast, so that's nice. There you go, GoDaddy. It's go time. And let's take a look at the. This car was released in Wave 1 of 2014, and so you got Wave 1 of 2014 and Wave 6 of 2014 side by side. So you can see the differences in terms of the paint scheme. Its go time is a little bit bigger because they don't have to conform to the stripe. The green roof versus the orange roof. Again, its go time is bigger. There's no hashtag on the back. The 10 is a little bit smaller on the test car. Aspen Dental actually makes an appearance on this car, and it does not on this car. Interesting. The back, in terms of the paint scheme, pretty much the same. Its go time makes an appearance on the back of the green scheme. It does not on the test car. So that's interesting, and let's take a look at the other test car that Spin Master has released. And I don't know if we'll get other test cars, but here you go, Dale Jr. and Danica test cars. Obviously, Dale's was the black with the red, and Danica's is the orange and the green. Yeah, I guess this will be the only two cars that get test car releases. I mean, unless I just don't know. I remember saying when Dale's car came out, I don't know if I see the test car segment going very far. I was surprised we got another one in Danica, but I'm happy to get this one because I'm a really big fan of this. I don't think it's a toss-up between this and the AAA one so far for me in terms of which one I like the best, but this one really pops on the shelf, and I'm very happy to add it to the collection. And now for many of you, I've been saving the best for last, so I think you guys know what's coming next, so let's fade into it. Race Winners segment, 2014 Charlotte Coke 600, that race that runs the same day as that other big race. I can't remember what the name of that one. Oh yeah, the Indy 500, yeah, that race. Oh yeah, the Monaco Grand Prix too, if you're inclined to watch Formula 1. The 48 Lowe's car. This one was so hard to find. For some reason, they've got this like car one to a case, and I think that maybe because they couldn't give away these old Murica cars, the old Murica Wave, which you can still find, by the way, and I could probably pick up a complete set for people if I looked hard enough, at least in my area. Still, almost 2.5 years after the fact that they came out. But for some reason, Murica cars are back in a big way. Man, I had a hard time tracking this down. A lot of Johnson fans, and I think a lot of people really wanted this car because, honestly, it's kind of a little bit way more interesting than most Jimmie Johnson paint schemes. Instead of just a white car or a gray car or a blue car, this is red, white, and blue and yellow. And let's open this up. We didn't look at the back. Almost screwed up there, guys. That would have been bad. So, popping open, Jimmie Johnson, ultra rare. Not really ultra rare. I was just talking everybody out of a tree earlier, telling them to hold off on the getting desperate about Wave 6, and now I'm saying stuff is ultra rare. There's the box, pretty much the same, even though you get the yellow 48 on this box. Let's take a look at, I think they call this car the Power of Pride car, but I don't think it says Power of Pride anywhere on it. Lowe's, blue, red, white, and blue. I like this car. I've said it before, I'm not the biggest fan of the Salutes or Murica cars, as I call them. I think they're a little gaudy, especially because almost everybody runs them. If 2 or 3 teams ran a patriotic scheme at like the 4th of July and the Coke 600 for Memorial Day, I'd probably be a little bit more open to it, but it seems like half the field runs red, white, and blue, and it's just kind of, I'm not the biggest fan. But the sponsors, I think, like having a patriotic car once or twice a year. They can put it on a poster and say, support the troops and all that stuff that they like to say. You know, it works from a marketing standpoint for like Lowe's and Exalta and whoever else does the red, white, and blue schemes. I like it. I just don't like it quite as much as obviously a lot of people do. Yeah, actually, this is the Coke 600 winner, and I'm going to be unprofessional in just a second. And let's get the whole Memorial Day winners here. So we've got Ryan Hunter-Reay, the Indy 500 winner, and we've got Jimmie Johnson, the Coke 600 winner. So you've got your Memorial Day. If only I had Nico Rosberg. I don't think they make 164 Formula 1 cars, but if they did, just pretend Nico Rosberg is here. So you've got the Memorial Day race winners there. So that's interesting, and you guys get to see an Indy car. So there you go. Jimmie Johnson, the Lowe's 48 Power of Pride, even though it does not say it on the car. There you go. So we'll bring it in for a close-up and I'll give some final thoughts. So the 4 brand new cars of the Lost Wave. What'd you guys think? Now, since this wave is so hard to find at the moment, I'm going to ask you guys in the comments to make sure, if you find them, let people know. Let them know on my Facebook page or let them know on my Twitter. I'll try to retweet them. And definitely down in the comments so people can look and see where people are finding them. Give like a general location and like the store you're finding them at. I've found them at Myers in both Indiana and Michigan. I haven't seen them in any Walmarts, but people have been saying like out west that they've been finding them in Walmarts. So just be patient. And if you see somebody in your area that's found them at a store, you might want to go check that store. But there will be plenty of product to go around. Just don't be too excited about it. You know. And besides, you've got my review to watch, and live vicariously through me until you find your favorite cars. Speaking of that, what are you guys looking to pick up from this wave? I know there's a lot of people looking for this one, and I can see why now. I have to say that this is probably one of my favorites from the wave. I know a lot of people will be looking for Johnson. And are you excited about another Mobil 1 Tony Stewart that we've gotten a second one of very recently? Let me know what you think, and be sure to subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I would really appreciate it if we did that. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys will find what you're looking for.